Aries, welcome to your message. I hope that it finds you while you're in good health and good wealth. On the split, we have bond and fear. So somebody that you're with is definitely having some doubts, or somebody around you that you're really closely bonded to is having doubts. This could be you having doubts about a certain connection that means a lot to you. There's something that is not in energetic alignment with a certain connection here in your life. I don't know if you're fearful, they're fearful, but there's something that means a lot to you. And the energy's a bit off. Let's see what this is about. What can you show me, Spirit, about this for Aries? Perspective. So, in regards to this situation that you're very closely tied to, you're seeing things different. Someone is seeing things differently here. They're viewing the connection in a different light or a different way. Soar, yeah. Wow, and release. So, okay, Aries, here's what I'm seeing. Somebody here is seeing a situation or a connection that they're very close to. They're seeing it in a different light than maybe they used to. They're starting to see that maybe they no longer resonate with it in the way that they used to. Maybe you're starting to spread your wings more, Aries. You're outgrowing certain people, places, or things. It doesn't have to be love. It'll be different for all of you. But you're ready to release maybe that fear so that you can get closer to yourself, your higher self, or you're ready to just bring something to the next level, right? Whether it's whatever it is for you. You're ready to release so that you can soar. You're starting to see now, it's kind of giving hangman energy with the perspective card, but you're starting to really see like what needs to change in order for you to in order for you to release fear. You're starting to see what needs to change so that you can grow and evolve and soar in your life. And like I said, it'll be different for all of you. One more. Grief. I feel like some of you might feel bad about this, or there could just be like a heavy emotion, right? Someone could be really upset with you as well for you releasing or letting go or changing or growing, right? With wrath here, it's almost like somebody doesn't want to let you go, but they can't control the fact that you've already grown. You've already grown. You've already seen things in this different light. You see things for what it is, and you see your potential now in a very, you have an expanded perspective on yourself and your truth now from whatever this situation is. And a part of you might feel bad, or it might just suck to have to release it, right? It's going to be a healing process, or you've already been in it, but you're doing it for you. Whatever you're releasing and letting go of, walking away from, you're doing it for you. I just see somebody really wanting to cause you problems, or maybe just not being happy with the fact that you are now choosing yourself, or you are choosing something that's more in alignment with where you're currently at. Because like we do in life, like it's not just about people, it's about everything, right? Like we grow, we change, we're humans. We grow and we change, and we can't expect ourselves to stay the same. Yeah, we have spark on the split. And innocence, this is a beautiful new start for you, Aries, whatever this is. But like we're never gonna stay the same, right? We shouldn't. We should not. We should seek growth. We should seek to stay in alignment with self. And sometimes that means when we recognize fear in a situation, or a situation that doesn't make us feel good, when we take a step back to figure out why it doesn't feel good, and we see the answer to our problem, it's going to create change. Because you're not gonna, eventually you'll deal with it, right? So that you can keep moving forward and be happy in life. So I just see an Aries here today that you saw a situation that you were very connected to for what it was, your perspective changed in regards to that situation. You realized what you needed to release, and now you're starting to take action, or you've already taken action on releasing it. It's definitely something that you're healing from or processing, but you're doing it for you. And whatever you're releasing or whatever you're walking away from, it's really ruffling some feathers, pushing some buttons. Someone's not happy about it. But with innocence and spark that just came out on the split, it tells me that you were following your higher self, because this new chapter, or this you cleansing and purifying whatever that energy was, it's really allowing you to feel excited again, right? To feel hopeful, to feel inspired about now you can make room and space for something better or something new, something more fulfilling to come into your life at this time, because you got rid of the old, or just what wasn't working for you. What do you have for Aries? Absorption. I don't know if you are the woman holding the baby, or I don't know if you're the baby, or I don't know if you're all of the above, but you are definitely giving birth to a beautiful chapter, or you're nurturing yourself in a way that will really allow you the ability to blossom and grow within this next chapter. Like your higher self is nurturing where you're currently at in life in a very gentle way, in a very helpful way. You're being your own best friend. You know how people say we can be our own worst enemies? You're being your own best friend, in this sense. So as you go through these changes, it's going to be different. You might have to learn new things. You might have to go through those growing pains of what it means to adapt to this new reality. But you are on your own team. You're rooting for yourself, right? And when you're doing that, when you know that you are in your corner, it's a good sign that everything's going to be all right. You know what I mean? As uncomfortable as the change transition might be, restoration right here. Yeah, you're as uncomfortable as it might be, as long as you got your back, as long as you're there to love yourself when no one else is, or as long as you're there to love whatever the change is, right? It's going to help a lot. We have emanation. Wow. So your vibration is shifting, or your vibration is changing. You're taking in change, and because of that, you are basically projecting how you feel about that. But it's in a positive way. Projecting is not always negative. The spiritual community tends to use it as like a negative connotation for things, but like projecting can be happiness. I can be projecting happiness onto you. You know what I mean? I can be projecting hate. I can be projecting my own bullshit. I can be projecting my own gratitude, Projecting is projecting. But what you're projecting and what you're manifesting because of you accepting things for what they were, accepting a situation for what it was, and making the changes that you needed to for you, what you're projecting is something that is straight up blossoming, blooming, it's growing, it's expanding. Some of you may run into times where it's like nothing really makes sense. You might be a bit confused, but the overall energy is that of great satisfaction and being very gentle, and I don't know. There's a lot of room and potential to really grow into something powerful here. Last card, we have stability. Yeah, so I'll just keep it simple, right? You are creating stability for yourself. All of these changes you're making and the processes you're going through, it's really making you feel more comfortable in life, That feels good. Spark. Yeah, follow your soul. That was finna spark up. Follow your soul. Follow your heart. You can never go wrong when you're following your heart. And when you're really listening to that voice inside, you're doing great. Dragonfly, change of perspective, finally breaking out of maybe things that used to make you feel constrained, right? Really allowing yourself to tap into this new potential or this new perspective. Because that perspective did come out as well right here. You're seeing everything different in a positive way. Vulture, and on bottom of the deck we have Eagle. So, like we said before, you're seeing somebody that was around you or close to you. You're seeing them in a different light. I'll say this a couple ways. You're either seeing, like, your perspective has changed on who this person is, and now you might see them as more of like a greedy person. Like, I don't know. They're out to get something, or they're just waiting to get something from you, or just leeching. I don't know. You could see it in that different perspective because your higher self is now taking over. For other Aries out there, you just realized how maybe you were self-sabotaging by keeping yourself in certain environments that weren't good for you. Your perspective has shifted in that sense because your higher self is really starting to take over and starting to guide you and lead you to your light, to your happiness. You're walking and living through your light, and so you're seeing all of the things that were maybe vulture-like, right? Bottom feeders type of energy, just people that will just drain you as much as they can if you give them the opportunity. Like, you're seeing those situations, those jobs, those places, those aspects of self. You're seeing that in a different light, and it's in a very positive way. One more. Not surprised. We have the cosmic egg, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the phoenix rising from the ashes. This is a beautiful transformation that you're going through. Like I said, it might not be the most comfortable, but you're transforming the fear, the shark energy, right? Shark and phoenix. You are transmuting this fear, this doubt, this uncomfortable situation. You're transmuting it into something very graceful and something that's in more in alignment with you. With the cosmic egg here, I feel like you're starting to see the divinity that is you, and in turn that means you can no longer settle for things that do not recognize the divinity within you, right? You can't surround yourself by people that will not see that golden light, right, within you. People that don't want you to grow and change and evolve and move on. You can't, right? Because once you see it within yourself, something clicks, and it's like, oh, yeah, I was definitely wrong. I was definitely not being wise back when I used to settle. But now that I know and have this information and knowledge and see my truth, my beauty, my power for what it is, now that I know all that, I cannot go back to one of those other situations, right? So your transformation is recognizing who you really are, what you really want, what you really value, and understanding what type of energies would prevent you from being able to live in this energy, this kind of transformative, divine brilliance, right? Like you're seeing like who and what within you or around you would prevent you from actually being able to exist in that space, that heart space. So you're being reborn. I think you're very, very content with like what's happening in your life at this time in regards to the changes, right? I think there could be some secrets being revealed. Maybe people that were not very, like they might have played a pretend type of nurturing role. I don't know. They might have like fake cared about you, but in the background they were being very sneaky, deceptive, telling all your secrets. I don't know. With Bear, that's just somebody that just is not very like, oh, we're not gonna get into all that. All right. Let's see what the tarot has for you, Aries. On the split, 10 of Wands and the Hangman. Yeah, some of you guys are going through some road blockages. You're feeling stuck. You know what you want, but you're trying to figure out how to get it. You know why you're stuck. You know who has you stuck, but you're trying to figure out how to get out of those situations. Something is very difficult right now for you. That's only for some. Let's see what Spirit has. The Four of Swords. That just tells me everything that I said so far is on point, because you're going through so much change. Like, you need to be resting. A lot of you are focused on getting that rest, taking that step back, doing that healing, or being very introspective maybe, so that you can just figure out what is happening. Because when you're going through these great changes and these new beginnings, the Ace of Wands came out. You got to take that step back so that you can allow yourself to integrate all the craziness that you've been going through, the good and the bad, right? But I do see you here on a new beginning. This is a new path of healing, right? This is an inspiring new opportunity, something your heart's connected to, something that feels peaceful to be around, or someone that feels peaceful to be around, right? Somebody that inspires you. I'll get a few more. The World. Some of you guys have this brilliant new idea that it's going to it's going to bring healing to the world maybe, or it's just going to reach a lot of people, touch a lot of souls. Like, this is a very expansive healing, and just like the way that you're doing something, or the drive that you have, or the perspective shift that you've went through, your perspective on things now. It's more like it can now expand bigger than what it once was. That healing that you're doing, it's going to be reflective of whatever you're putting your focus on or into. You've definitely completed a cycle, so a new one does begin, but this is something that feels a lot more like Aries can be Aries. You know, like, you can be yourself. You don't have to try to change for anybody. You don't have to try to conform, or it just feels like you can be you and like feel comfortable and happy doing so. We have the Five of Cups. And the Three of Swords. Oh, wow. Six of Cups reversed. So there's something here that you're no longer, we already spoke about it kind of. Something from your past may want to come back, but that situation has disappointed you so much so, or it's hurt you, or you're going through a breakup, or I don't know. It's hurt you to where it's like you're not willing to really turn around and look at it, right? Like, you are going through a healing process, right? You're dealing with a lot, right? Because on the surface, or you have a lot of different focuses. Because like I said, you're absorbing as much as you're projecting. And they're not the same, right? What you're taking in is not what you're putting out. Because what you're taking in is the ending of things, right? You're taking in the disappointment, the pain, the grief, the processing. Because the Five of Cups and grief, come on. Like, you're definitely going through some sort of like, I can't settle for this anymore. As many memories as it has, as good as it felt, I can't settle, because I know there's more out there for me. So you're not really fully turning back, but a part of you is like, damn. A part of you is like looking back like, damn, like, what if, or like, I don't know. That's just like processing and healing, right? And that's what you're absorbing. That's what you're taking in. You're taking in all of that. That's acceptance. But what you're focused on and what you're putting out is like, okay, I'm going to end this, I'm going to heal, and I'm going to start something new. I'm going to feel good about where I'm heading, because you're looking ahead. You know that the better days, they're already here. It's all about perspective with anything in life, right? But you're definitely going through some real shit. I see that. Last one. The Seven of Wands. And I feel like this can be good or bad depending on how you're using it, right? That energy. But bottom of the deck, we have Justice and the Tower. You're going through some real shit, I'm telling you. It's Confirmation. What the fuck? That never happens. With the Seven of Wands, this is you standing up for yourself, standing your ground, not letting anyone or anything, regardless of the connection that you have with them, regardless of, you're just literally like going after what you want or standing up for yourself. That is like, you're setting boundaries, right? And not that you're trying to go to war, but if war comes your way, it's like, you're going to take care of what you got to for you, making changes. With Justice, you have definitely been on a long journey, Aries. But you speaking your truth has brought so much peace and balance into your life now. You see things clearly. There is alignment. There is an understanding that your karmic debt or that karmic relationship situation, it's been cleared, right? You have done a lot, and that's why a lot is changing. A lot is falling apart, falling away. Things only fall apart so that Spirit only makes things fall apart so that you have an opportunity to really rebuild things in the way that you want them to be rebuilt. It's a new opportunity to redo something a different way, or I don't know, whatever you align with vibrationally, it's an opportunity to connect with those things, you know? Like, because you're not the same person you were when the start of that whatever situation we're talking about was. You're not the same person anymore. You've grown a lot. You've healed a lot. You've been through a lot. So now you deserve something a lot more in alignment with you. I feel like a lot of you, it's going to be important for you to maintain some sense of hope, but also bring some practicality to it with the Three of Wands, right? Like, have dreams, have goals, but take steps to make it happen, right? To bring it into your reality. Because that's what Spirit's kind of giving you that Four of Swords for. So that you can take a step back and assess like what you want to do, where you want to go, and how you're going to do it, you know? Last card of advice. Oh, too many. Guess I'll take it. The Sun, the Five of Wands, King of Swords reverse, and the Moon reverse. Okay, especially if you're dealing with somebody that's like not happy to see you move on, not happy to see you grow, like keep a lot of your plans low key, because I see your advice being to stand up for yourself, right? If you want to be in a competitive environment, if you want to like be the best of the best at whatever, don't play small. That's some advice. Other advice, don't tell your plans, like what you want, your manifestations, how you're gonna do it. Like don't tell people those things. That's just advice from Spirit. Like if you want something, if you're trying to manifest something and you're trying to make these plans and goals, like I'm not saying be deceptive, but it's literally just a you and you thing. Like nobody needs to know that type of stuff. But there will be monitoring spirits that are like, what are you up to these days? What are you doing? Because they just want to know. They just want to know so that they, and like they can know if you trust them, but like don't just tell people things they don't need to know about you, because it gives them the opportunity. You create opportunity for them to mess with your plans in any way, shape, or form. So stand up for yourself, fight for yourself, and don't be deceptive, but do not give people the blunt, honest truth when it comes to you and what you're manifesting or creating or building for yourself. Because last card of advice with the Sun, your happiness that you want, it's already here. The only person that can really interfere with the blessing that is divinely given to you, right? This anointing that you have to enter this period of happiness, the only person that can mess with that is you, Aries. So handle this happiness, this joy, this love with care. Handle it with care. And that means being protective of who you share your wins with. Not everybody wants to see you happy and winning. I do, but you don't even gotta tell me, all right? Like you don't even gotta tell me. Just win. Just keep winning. Stay focused. Keep going. Keep smiling. Keep laughing. Be cautious about who you're sharing stuff with. On the split, the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. You're about to be walking into some major blessings. Some of you will be traveling. Some of you will be getting new jobs, promotions. But this is contentment with your finances. So you're going to be manifesting something great. A lot of whatever you're seeking, right? It looks like money. But when you start doing those type of things, everybody wants to know, what are you up to? What are you doing these days? Oh, remember back when we did this? Like, just keep it on hush, Aries. Keep it on the hush. Keep it on the low. Keep doing you. You've grown a lot. I'll see you guys soon. If you want to follow me on social media, donate to the channel, or book a personal reading, links will be in the description boxes below, or my About tab. I'll see you soon. Bye.